You aren't that cool. You just aren't. We're going to talk about it on today's episode. Listen, there's a lot to learn when growing and scaling your business.
That's why we created the Business Choreography podcast, where we talk about choreographing your marketing, operations, and sales into dynamic systems that increase your revenue and your impact.
We'll explore solid business principles and discuss all things that make businesses dance to success with clarity.
We'll help you figure out where the holes are in your business and what you can do to fix them. Think of us as your official business choreographers, aka your insider growth strategists.
Remember, your choreography matters. Welcome to the Business Choreography Podcast. What's up, everybody? Michael Johnson here with the Business Choreography Podcast, and I'm excited that you're here today because we're going to talk about how you're just not that cool. Wait, what? I know I'm supposed to be motivational and I'm supposed to be like build you up, and I am. Actually, that's true. Just hang with me for a second. Really, as a business owner and having bootstrapped my own companies, I get it. We go through these periods of time where we just think our idea and what we have created is so cool, and we think we are the ones to do it. We're going to change the world. And you know what? That is all true, except for the part that sometimes we ride that wave a little too long. And so what I want you to start to think about right now, where you're at in your business and what you're doing, are you really that cool? Well, let's talk about it a little. When we look at some of the best business people on the planet, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, we could go on and on and on, right? With all these really, really successful business owners, one of the things that they all unanimously do is they find the people that are better at their idea and the thing that they're starting or working on or growing. They find the people that are better than them, and they install them into it so that they can create massive hyper growth. And that's the ticket. That is the thing. The thing that we have one of the biggest challenges with as business owners is this idea that we are going to be able to do it all. We're the chief bottle washer, we're the chief janitor, we're the chief salesperson, the chief marketer, the chief accountant. We do it all, right? Especially when we bootstrap a company, right? And you've probably done it. Maybe you're doing it right now, maybe. Who knows? But the truth of the matter is there are people out there that are better at what it is that you're doing than you are. And there are people better suited to do the thing that you need them to do than maybe you are. You have specific skills, a particular set of skills, as Liam Neeson says. All right. We have skills that we are really great at. In the best case scenario, you're going to use those skills to be able to affect the business in the most positive way. Now, maybe in the beginning, you do start off doing a lot more of the things. Maybe you're not there. Maybe you're a little further down the line. And it's now looking at who are the A players. Are you guilty? I know I have been. Are you guilty of putting in a not A player into the position that you needed an A player in so that you could grow and expand and work through the challenges? Did you get an A player? Right? And sometimes you have to take a look at your current staffing, at your team, and say, hey, is that person just getting by? Are they just doing the job, or are they an A player? Are they the ones that are better at that than anybody else? It's important that you do this. It's important that you look at it and realize that you're just not that cool, right? If you have children, I have 4. Right? If you have children, you know that you're just not that cool. Sometimes we want to be the cool dad or the cool mom, right? And we want to be the cool parent in the situation. But sometimes it's our job to not be the cool one. Sometimes it's our job to make sure that the company is prospering and growing and scaling in a way that is most appropriate for all those involved. Sometimes not getting an A player in your business means that everybody is going to suffer in some way, shape, or form. And it might not be directly, it might be an indirect thing. But it's important that you get the A players. to do what needs to be done inside the business. And in many instances, I see this all the time from business owners, especially when we go to invest in a business or when we go to participate in helping a business scale and grow. Sometimes they're afraid to bring on somebody that is better than them because they have their ego has to stay intact and they don't want to feel stupid. Who wants to? Right? Who wants to feel dumb about what they did? Sometimes we just do what needs to be done in the time period that it needs to be done. And we're afraid that when somebody else comes in and looks at it, they're going to judge us and they're going to go, why did you do that? And I'll tell you, I know I've made some crazy mistakes in the businesses that I've grown and built. And sometimes looking back at it, it was like, well, I can see why I made that decision. That decision was a necessary decision in that moment because we didn't have a breadth of resources or a breadth of perspective that could help us make a different decision. And it's important that you remember that there are people out there that are way better than you at the one particular thing that you need done. And sometimes you got to go after that. Sometimes you have to go do that. And you say, Michael, I don't have the capital or the business isn't earning enough to be able to hire that one superstar into that position. Well, that might be a downfall for you. You might have to look at it and go, well, what if I did put in that A player? What if I did go ahead and spend that extra amount to pay for that A player? What would that do to the business? How much would that be worth to you over time? You see, maybe your business is earning $1 million a year. Let's just take that, right? It's $1 million. We'll just say $1 million gross, right? That's doable. And if your business is earning $1 million gross, and you're looking at it and you're going, I can't afford to put the A player in. I'm already paying too much, right? Well, what if your business stays earning $1 million over the next 3 years and doesn't go up? Maybe it stays the same because you've got the systems to the level that they can get to. But by not hiring that A player, the growth doesn't happen. It doesn't go up. So what if you did hire the A player and it did take a little bit more out from what you were able to net? Well, what if it cost you, what if it cost you another $100,000 a year off of that, in addition to what you are already doing? But what if that A player came in and made it so that you could earn 1.5 million or 2 million? It would be infinitely worth it. Right. And that's why you go after the A player, not just an okay player, because the okay player is going to cost you in more ways than one, in the front and in the back. So it's important to realize, guys, if you're in a place where your business is running and it's clicking along, you've got to start to look at it and say, hey, what am I not that cool at? What can I do to make this better? Can I run my books a little bit better? Can I have better forecasts? Can I look at the internal guts of what's happening? Can I create systems and processes? Can I do things to get more clarity? Can I raise some capital to boost and supercharge what we're doing? What kind of things can I do to help the business get to that next phase? And who can I get to bring in to do the thing better than I could do it? Because it's important that you remember that you're not alone. You don't have to go this alone. You sometimes just need to find the who, the person that's going to come in and actually help you, because you're not that cool. And I mean that in the nicest of ways. You're cool because you got the idea. You're cool because you're taking action. You're doing it. Now, be cool like Henry Ford, right? Henry Ford realized that he didn't know it all. He realized he didn't have it all down. And so what did he do? He went and found the people that had the particular skill sets, that studied all their life and that loved the thing that they were great at. And he put them into place so that he could build what he had in mind, but maybe didn't have the particular skills that each of those who's had. So stop trying to be that cool and start to think about who you can bring in. There's lots of ways you can leverage it. You can pay it. You can use equity. Wait, what's that all about? We'll talk about that in another episode. That's for another conversation. But you can use all sorts of leverage to actually bring in the A players. And it is super important that you do that. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll keep this one nice and short, and we'll see you at the next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.
The choreography your business is running can determine whether you can grow and scale to the next level.
It's so easy just to take business day by day, but that can leave you putting out fires and keep you from growing.
Find out how the choreography for your marketing, operations, and sales can raise your revenue and create more impact.
Schedule a growth strategy analysis call with us today.
Go to bizchoreo.com to book your time.